There are thousands of small gardens that supply the local factories. The most popular tea produced here and all over Japan is called sencha, while the most precious is called gyokuro. "20 days before the harvest, the tea plants are covered with straw mats or black canvases. This reduces the amount of light received, and the leaves produce more chlorophyll, sugars, amino acids, and caffeine. This process, used for some other teas as well, gives gyokuro tea its typical dark green and shiny color. Its taste is umami, which in Japanese means delicious. The Japanese are always looking for new ways to improve the productivity and quality of their teas. Machines are used to make the harvest easier, to cut the leaves without damaging the plant, and to avoid the frost. "40 years ago, tea sales dropped noticeably in Japan. Families became smaller and tea consumption at home decreased. Ito-En, the world's largest green tea company, after years of research, invented iced, sugar-free green tea and succeeded in conquering the youth market with their canned and bottled drink. Ryuta Kasahara, who works promoting the brand, explains the extremely popular marketing campaign they used to promote the oi ocha, "I want tea."
The Oi Ocha haiku competition was run for the first time in 1989. At the time, haikus were in vogue, but many poetry lovers lacked the opportunity to present their poems. At Ito-En, we are very attached to Japanese culture. We decided to work with these poets and to offer them a space for self-expression on our products. The rules were deliberately not too strict to encourage as many people as possible to take part. Our idea appealed to a great many people, young people in particular.
Young people take part in the competition in great numbers, hoping to see their haiku on a tea bottle.
This is the story of Kin and Jin, a pair of twins with a different way of doing things. And that's why they are now 108 years old. Oishi green tea. Purity equals longevity.
Sales of tea are increasing all over the world thanks to its consumption as a cold drink and its health properties. The Colworth Scientific Park in England houses one of the most northerly plantations of tea in the world. The greenhouse hosts several varieties of tea plants which were brought here from Sri Lanka and Africa. The protected garden is used by the Lipton Tea Institute to spread and improve knowledge on tea and for experiments in the research centre's labs. Dr. Jane Rycroft is a senior researcher in charge of health studies here.
There you go.
Aha, cheers, thank you. I'm just running one more sample over here.
It is very important for the Institute to know what consumers think of tea and to understand the reasons for their judgments.
Consumers will tell you that they feel like tea is able to relax them and revive them at the same time. And what some of the studies are starting to show is that indeed tea has components within it that can revive people as well as at the same time relax them.
Tea has different effects on people. In the last 20 years, studies have brought hard facts and sound knowledge to the issue.
We know that tea is 0 calories, so it can form part of a healthy diet and lifestyle. It's also very hydrating, so it's a great source of hydration, and it can form part of your daily fluid intake. It contains ingredients called flavonoids, molecules called flavonoids. And we know that a diet rich in flavonoids is associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. For every 3 cups of tea that you consume, your risk of heart disease can be reduced by up to 11%, and your risk of stroke can be reduced by up to 20%. And what we find is consistently with both green and black tea is that more times that you do it is that you find a consistent effect on the ability of the blood vessels to dilate.
In addition to its winning health arguments, tea also sells thanks to accessories and packaging, a growing business which has been boosted by internet sales. When François Xavier decided to transform his passion into a job 23 years ago, he could never have imagined the success it would have. Today, he's achieving his aim, getting people to know more about tea and connecting them with its producers. The Palais des Thés runs a tea school, which welcomes 1,500 students a year. The lessons teach students about the origins of tea and how to taste and judge the thousands of varieties. The company has over 20 shops in France and around the world. It has 100 employees and a turnover of $14 million, rising steadily at nearly 20% per year. The specialty trade is on the rise, and the French seem to have a good grasp on it.
When we opened this warehouse in the 1980s, it was rather magical. It hadn't changed since the 19th century, and the first clients who entered the warehouse, and the first journalists too, were in for a surprise. They discovered a whole new world of tea. We brought over incredible flavors, almost 600 different references, amazing flavors from all over the world, and we started to package the tea differently.
With over $70 million of yearly revenue, Mariage Frères has plans to open boutiques in Germany, the US, and China.
Brewing and serving and sharing of tea is something that brings all people together in this wonderful, calm, harmonious atmosphere. In different cultures, in different countries, tea is served and drunk differently, but that it's always about communication, bringing people together.
Tea is a simple and natural drink with great character. It provides us with that oasis of calm and relaxation we so badly need.